Joining me now is Iglal Kuku. She is from Sudan. She has family who is in Sudan right now, including her mother. Thank you for being with us this morning. When was the last time that you talked to your mom?
I talked to my mom probably 2 days ago.
And what did she tell you at that point, Iglal?
The matter is still the same. Still a lot of fighting, especially in her neighborhood. It's a lot of bombing, a lot of... Last time I spoke to her, it was a flight that just bombed the area that she was in. But she told me that there's still no water, no food. All of those stuff are still like almost the same or even worse now because, they're running out of everything.
So is she sheltering in place in her home? Where specifically is she?
She's sheltering in her home, yes.
Okay. What does your mom do in Sudan?
She works in a hospital. She's one of the hospital workers.
And what's the status of the hospital where she works?
It's not good at all. So there is no, a lot of staff have to stay home, medically with their family. But the first night when it happened, she was at the hospital, and it was a lot of injured, and she can't do as much as she did as much as she can. But till the next day, she have to seek refugee to also save her family and be home with the rest of her family.
Who else is with your mom right now?
All my siblings with my mom.
Okay. They live there full time. Do they have a desire? Have they tried to get in one of these convoys to leave?
They try, but there is no way because, in Sudan right now, you have to make sure that, to go anywhere, you have to make sure you have either money or you have to have some kind of help. But at this time right now, they're not financially stable. There is no way for them to do anything. They just, sheltering at home and hoping for the best.
Okay. And how are you able to stay in communication with them? Has that been challenging?
It's been very challenging because many times I have called and there is no connection, no internet connection, and no phone connection. It's been devastating even for me here as well.
How close to Iglal are they to some of the violence and the fighting that's happening?
Very close.
On their street, on their block, in their town?
It's in their town, definitely. A couple of them is in their street as well. So thank God nothing happened to them at home, but a couple of the neighbors and stuff like that, many things is happening. A lot of injured and a lot of stuff's happening, bombing and stuff like that, yes.
And I do understand that some of their neighbors are people that you know, family and friends that have been killed. What more can you tell me about that?
Those are family that when I went to Sudan last, I knew them personally. I've been in U.S. for quite some time, but I just traveled 2 years ago back home, and I met them personally. They're really nice people. Their children, I think a mom and a couple of children, due to a bombing. The mom passed away through a gunshot in the street, but the children are, they got bombed, and I guess a bomb fell and then killed all those children, yes.
It must be incredibly difficult for you, feeling helpless so far away. What are you doing right now to try and stay in communication with your family and try to get them to a safe location?
My personal thing I'm doing right now, I'm just praying. To my belief, I'm praying and asking God to help in any kind of ways, and asking family and, many people that I can, get in touch with them, try to just maintain prayer. And all of us as Sudanese here in Cincinnati, Ohio, we just praying and hoping for the best. And at the same time, spreading the word out. If anybody or any country can be able to help, food-wise, shelter-wise, any kind of way for them to be able to be safe at least.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.